Is that risk worth missing out on your position? Hey guys, welcome back to Clockwise Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Shout out to our winners on our QVEX giveaway, Apple, Mag Boutte, and Joseph Payne. Congratulations. You're going to be receiving your QVEX device where you can never lose your C phrase. This device is top notch and it aligns with what we just talked about yesterday when we talked about Coinbase. Okay, get your coins off of these exchanges. This is a way you can never lose your seed phrase. So congratulations to you guys. You guys will really enjoy this product. Diving in to the latest article today, as we give you a brief market update, BlackRock's new spot ETF crosses $10 billion in assets under management. So according to an analyst here, the asset management giant iShares Bitcoin Trust became one of only 52 ETFs out of 3,400 to cross the $10 billion mark. Bloomberg analyst says crossing the first $10 billion mark is tough for ETFs because so much initial assets under management has come from flows, but adding 10 billion after an ETF has already surpassed the first mark is easier because market appreciation becomes a bigger variable. So definitely a good call out here. Taking a look at this research, the 10 newly approved spot Bitcoin ETFs witnessed 92 million in positive flows on Thursday. So according to BitMEX research, IBIT itself saw nearly 604 million worth of positive flows alone, though that was largely counteracted by Grayscale's GBTC, which witnessed nearly 599 million in negative flows. So there was an offset there. So he's saying right here is of the 10 new ETFs, Grayscale is the only one that isn't an entirely new product. After the SEC issued a flurry of Bitcoin ETF approvals in January, the crypto-focused asset management giant converted its existing flagship product, the GBTC, into an exchange-traded fund listed on the exchange. So this is definitely something to pay attention to, and big money is continuing to come. I really wanted to highlight this article to really emphasize that big money is coming into crypto. So we talk about the altcoins. You guys have been asking me about altcoins, right? This is just the beginning. We went over the phases. This is the phases that we've seen. It starts with Bitcoin. So now we're seeing institutional money come. And to be honest with you, it's probably going to be at least a $10 trillion market cap. I think that's conservative to say 10 trillion. Could it hit 5? Could it hit 7? Maybe. I think 10 trillion's a good cap based off of all the money that's coming. They're grabbing all the Bitcoin right now. So that's happening right in front of our eyes. All the Bitcoin is being grabbed. And, with that being said, when that accumulation happens, that means there's a ton of opportunity to be a part of that growth, right? So, supply and demand in and of itself, that is something that, really we can be a part of, and there's no barrier to entry. And I like to emphasize that because when there's no barrier to entry, that gives opportunity for everyone to get a slice of the pie. Looking at this article, Bitcoin could hit a new all-time high before having, and it's having, not having, guys, it's having. Right? It's a halving. So, right here, diving into this article here, saying there's a catch. Kevin Svensson is forecasting the path forward of Bitcoin after a week of double-digit gains. Now, we've seen major gains with crypto. So here he's saying once the halving does take place, that's when you see a major sell the news event, a fake out, back below the all-time high, turn the market, and then open a sea of liquidity to create an accumulation zone below the all-time high. Now, we've been talking about this a little bit. Our notion is we do see on our charts, we do see that prices are showing divergence, okay? We do see that divergence on our charts. And so even though, it hasn't been talked about, it's been bullish, we've seen divergence, and I think it's something to be respected, guys. So that's kind of where I stand on it. I have not necessarily talked a lot about the divergence I see, just because everything's been gain. It's been significant gains, and we haven't really seen any significant pullbacks yet. So you guys have seen our charts, and we'll pull our charts up right now. You've seen our charts, and based off of what we're seeing, that divergence is there, but it's not really being acted upon yet. So let's take a look here at the charts here that we have. I'll pull this up on the screen for you. So we have it up here. We've seen all different types of divergence pulling across these charts. But one thing I do want to talk about right here is this divergence that we are seeing right now. So we talk about this. This confirms exactly that theory that is being talked about in this article. So in this article, we talk about the sell the news event that people are talking about. This actually confirms that. And I think it's really getting confirmation that it's going to play out. So that's what we want to see. Is this going to play out? Is this something that, typically happens? We've seen sell the news. I think we look at what happened with the ETF approval. That was a sell the news event. Okay. So it pumped up, and then the ETF got approved, and we had a pullback. So they're saying that this is going to happen again. And to be honest with you, it could. Because you see here, you see the divergence. You see that we've been overbought for so long. We've been overbought since October of 2023. We've been overbought, right? We haven't even cleared 50. So a pullback is necessary, and a pullback is okay. That's what I think everyone should understand. A pullback is okay. My only caution, for those of you that are trying to jump in and out, my only caution is that this is going to be different. Like, the money that's coming in is different. This isn't the same 4-year cycle that we've seen. Okay. We have institutional money coming into the market. So that's what I preface people with. This isn't financial advice, but this is what I preface people with. This needs to be taken with caution. Because the worst thing that you want to do, especially for you guys that are day trading, the worst thing that you want to do is be in and out and then miss the boat, because we're going up 20% a day, 15%, 10%, and miss the boat because you're waiting on a pullback for the sell the news event. If you're in this tech for long term, it doesn't even matter, right? That's why we don't talk about it that much. It doesn't even matter. We look for entry points, right? We look for red days. We look for pullbacks. That's fine. But I'm not selling right now, and we haven't even cleared all-time highs. Okay, so that's what I want to preface that with. I agree there could be the sell the news event, but I'm also of the mindset of this is very different. These conditions are very different with the amount of money flowing into these markets now. So definitely wanted to highlight that and really share our 2 cents on that, because a lot of people are saying, oh, I'm gonna sell all my crypto now. And to be honest with you, if you're in this long term, this doesn't even apply. Okay. If you're accumulating long term, to have an exit strategy. At this point, we're going to have this exit strategy, or on the charts, if it breaks a higher low point, we're getting out. Okay. So you already know this. Okay. So anything sell the news event and all that does not apply to you long-term holders. Okay. So definitely wanted to highlight that. And I definitely think that it is possible at the same time to have a sell the news event. There is a possibility. I get it. Okay. He has price going back to 49,000, pulling back to around 49,000, and then making a new high again. Is the risk that great? That's my question. Is the risk that great for you to risk? You already have, let's say you have Bitcoin. You already have Bitcoin. Is the risk for you to sell at let's say 63,000, to pull back to 49, so 20% pullback? Is that risk worth missing out on your position of whatever you accumulated at? Especially if you've been accumulating most of 2023. Is that dip worth it if you entered down here? If you entered down here and you entered down around 17,000, 20,000, is that risk worth it if you really believe Bitcoin to clear 100,000, to clear 250, to ultimately be $1 million. Is that risk worth it? No, this isn't financial advice. For me, that's not worth it. That little dip is not worth it. Okay. So definitely, you know, do your own research, make your own decision. I'm not giving you financial advice, but I personally don't think that that dip is worth it for you to lose your position with Bitcoin. Okay. With an altcoin, maybe it might be. If you can think you're going to see a dip on an altcoin, maybe. But like I said, even there, you know, is that risk worth it if you know certain altcoins are going to clear all-time highs or have a high probability, because there's no guarantees, that are going to clear all-time highs? Is that dip worth it? So that's your risk to reward profile. That's your risk to reward to see if that's worth it for you and your risk tolerance, guys. So wanted to add that value, because either way, we know crypto isn't going anywhere, and this is going to be a long-term play. Okay, long-term play. Have your exit strategy, because within the next 6 to 18 months, you're going to have to exit, or you're going to be like those people when Bitcoin hit 69,000, they rode it all the way down to 15. You don't have to do that. Okay, take your profits, grab them, rinse and repeat, wait for it low, repeat it, do it again. Okay. Hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. See you soon.